Hey everyone, and thank you so much for taking your time to be here with us again for this fantastic interview with the wonderful coach Jane Njogu. Jane, I just want to say thank you so much for taking your time out to be here with us today. I really appreciate you sharing this space and look forward to hearing what you have to say about your experience with coaching and coaching minds. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here, and I'm excited as well.
Excellent. It's going to be really wonderful. Really looking forward to hearing what you have to say. And if you are tuned in, whether you're tuned in live or you're watching on the replay, if you have any questions for Jane, as always, please just drop them in the comments box below, and myself and Jane will get back to them. Jane, if anybody comments after the session, I'll at you in it. I'll tag you in that a question so you can answer them directly. But thank you for being here today. Thank you for those who are tuning in. Thank you for those who have questions throughout. So Jane, just to get us started, let's tell everybody who's watching on the replay, everybody who's watching live, who Jane Njogu is and what was it that got you into coaching?
Thank you so much, Paul, for that question. It's a really interesting question because sometimes we think we know ourselves until we do the reflection. So as you said, my name is Jane Njogu. I am an ICF certified practitioner, NLP practitioner, and training coach with Coaching Minds. Why I got into coaching, I will say it is the interest plus desire to give more in my society professionally. And this was sparked, I didn't know at the time. It was sparked when I was young, when growing up, different stages of my life. I used to have people coming up to me for advice. Again, I have been put in leadership positions all throughout my life. So when you're in that position, again, you have people looking up to you, waiting for you to give them a direction. So at the time, I didn't understand what was happening. Why me? You know, why that question that really, why did you select me for this position? And then now the big one came in 2020. Yeah, I was selected in another organization. I mean, I was selected as the regional director for the Kenyan chapter, and that's a very big role for me at the time. So like, how am I supposed to do this? So that sparked me to look into things on how I can effectively lead people, I can effectively provide direction. I reached out to a colleague who had done NLP within the organization. He shared with me materials, but still, I could not understand what the materials were talking about without going through the coaching. And then where I was working as in retail, we were working with women, and the main job was to make women feel and look good through lingerie. And I know most ladies who watch this will understand it was specifically for D plus women, or it was the D plus specialist. So watching women walk out of that store happy, maybe someone came in with shoulders down, not happy about themselves, watching them walk out head high, excited, happy. You know, it made me see that really we are empowering people here, and how can I use this to empower other people out there? And being in the leadership role, leading a team, they used to come to me. Apart from the customers, I have a team that is looking up to me like, Jane, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. So all these put together in a nutshell, it made me realize that there's that thing that was sparked inside me. I want to make that impact. I want to make a difference in my community, in my society. And 1+1 came into 2. I found myself doing the coaching, the NLP practitioner, becoming an NLP practitioner. And then after that, it was more personal development than people development. But then I decided at that time, you know what? I want to do this full time. And that's when I quit my job in retail at the time and decided that, you know what? Here I am. Let's see how this goes.
And here you are today. So wonderful journey that you've been on, and it's really wonderful to hear. It's almost like you were
Mhm.
coaching without actually calling it coaching or understanding what you were doing at the time. So, and I feel like a lot of people do that, especially if you're in a manager or leadership role,
Mhm.
especially in today's modern society. Those we kind of tend to term it soft skills in the professional world, but those coaching skills and building on those soft skills is what's really going to help build the well-being, build the culture, build your team, inspire people, empower people, pull the best
Mm.
potential from people. Those skills are what's really going to help people. So it's wonderful to hear that you were doing that you were into your own professional growth to explore wider than what you were currently doing. So thank you so much for sharing that, Jane. Really, really wonderful stuff. And really happy to have you on board.
Thank
And
you.
we've got Adele tuned in, a few other people have tuned in as well. Please don't be shy. Feel free to say at least hi to Jane if you don't have any questions. And Adele is saying hello to us both. Thank you so much for being here, Adele, and supporting us today. And Adele, if you have any questions, if you want to put Jane on the spot, drop them in the comments box below, and I'm sure Jane will be happy to answer them. So Jane, my next question is, so from all this, you did an LLP course, and then you kind of found Coaching Minds. What was it that attracted you to Coaching Minds?
Well, honestly, it was by chance when I first interacted with you on a speaker opportunity. I applied for it. I had no idea who Coaching Minds are and all that. So after doing the application, I was like, oh, hold on. Well, what did I apply to? What did I sign up to? So that's when I started reading about. I started reading about Coaching Minds. It was actually that time that I understood there's something called a coaching accreditation. That's new knowledge that I found at the time when I was reading about Coaching Minds. So having that, apart from the collaboration with the speaking opportunity, I was interested to learn more. Sorry, I was interested to learn more about all these accreditation. What does it mean? Will it make me better as a person? And yeah, the journey has just been remarkable since we started from there.
No, wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you for signing up before checking out what we actually did. It means that what we were putting out there attracted people, which was fantastic. So, really wonderful stuff. And we're really grateful to have you on board. You're doing some fantastic work with Coaching Minds. Your talk at our Global Summit 2022 was absolutely fantastic. You've done some amazing webinars and some really great work behind the scenes as well. So I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for Coaching Minds since you've joined us. We really appreciate it. And we have got a question from Adele, which is quite timely on what you just shared there. And it is, how important is accreditation to you?
That's a good question, Adele. Thank you for that. At the time when I did my NLP practitioner, it was just about me getting a certified professionally serve other people. But right now, after joining Coaching Minds and understanding the benefits of accreditation, and the best part of it all, we had during the coaching week, we had the president of EMCC, I believe, who talked us through about why accreditation is important. And while I was listening to that session with that Donna, it made me realize that when you look at the world today, things are evolving so fast. There's a lot of things that are happening, and me being accredited as a coach, as Jane, I am in a better position to give more value to the people I interact with, not just clients, but at the same time, the sphere of people around me, because authenticity is what I'm aiming for. So being accredited will help me put me in a different level. I will have a place where I'm being held accountable, if I can use that word, for me to deliver nothing but the best and value to my clients.
Yeah, no, and that's beautifully put and quite timely actually, because I was at the Best You Expo Summit online yesterday, and one of the speakers was talking about how we've now reached that point in social media, in society, where people are very skeptical now about who they buy from, who they purchase from. That time of being able to talk your way through to people, to be able to con people or scam people within the coaching world is kind of gone now. It's not so easy. People are starting to understand and really be more diligent when checking people's social medias. People can tell if you've bought followers or if you're genuine, and it's no longer about a numbers game anymore. People don't look at the followers, they look at the content, how authentic you are and how they connect. And people are becoming aware, organizations are becoming aware, insurance companies are becoming aware of accreditation and how anybody who puts themselves and invests in themselves to go through accreditation, they won't give insurance, they won't bring people on that hasn't gone through that rigorous training. So it's really, I just want to bring that in today, because accreditation is becoming more and more important every month, every year in the coaching profession, and eventually it's going to become a regulated profession. I'm an advocate of that and a true believer that it will become regulated. So thank you for that. We've got another question from Adele. So just to sum it up, she's asking, will you be presenting at this year's Global Summit?
Yes, I will be. I cannot miss that.
Excellent. And if you want to catch, you go.
I know. I wanted to say I cannot miss that. If I get the spot, I cannot miss that, because apart from doing the presentation last summit, I got a lot of personal development when I was doing the research, when I was preparing for the summit. There was a lot of growth for me as a person, and that is something I'm looking forward to again, because it's not just about delivering, it's more about the growth that I'm experiencing as I'm going through that journey, and not to mention the coaches that are there, amazing coaches. I'm so much looking forward to that.
Excellent. No, it's going to be connection. It's going to be bigger than last year. We're really excited for this. It's Global Summit, our third annual Global Summit. Raise your vibrations is the topic this year. And if you missed last year's, all our replays, so you can go and see Jane in action from last year in our hub and catch her this year live as well. She has wonderful content. The way she presents herself is absolutely fantastic. So stay tuned for that. So thank you so much for sharing that, Jane. And my next question for you for today is, so you've been part of our program for 6 to 7 months now, and I'm just interested to hear, what is it that you like most about our accredited program?
Thank you for that. I must say, for me, it is about the self-reflection that comes after every module. That every step of the way, there's the self-reflection. So what I love about that is because, as I said before, coaching is, for me, I feel like coaching is not just about me becoming better for the client. It's also about me becoming better for me. So when I'm doing that self-reflection, after everything that I'm doing in the course, it gives me some, let me just say, a bulb in my head. It tends to enlighten me more. It tends to bring some brightness for me. And for me, that's a win-win, because I can study the whole module, but with a self-reflection, it makes me take a pause, look back and see what I've really learned from this module. So for me, that personal development is thumbs up for me.
It's really wonderful to hear that. It's the first time somebody's brought the self-reflection in, and the self-reflection is one of the most powerful things that you can do as a coach on a journey. And I was actually watching another session last week at the WBEX Coaching Summit, and somebody was sharing, what is wisdom? How can somebody that's really young come across more wise than somebody who is maybe a lot older? And they were saying how age doesn't play a part of wisdom, but wisdom is created through that self-reflection, through that reflection. When you have that light bulb come through and you've understood something, you've reflected something, you've taken the learning from an experience, is what creates wisdom. So really wonderful to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jane. Really great stuff. And thank you for the kind words. I'm glad the self-reflection is helping you on that journey.
Yes, it is. I have it saved somewhere. So sometimes I go in and check what I wrote, and I find myself editing because now I have new insights. So it is really something remarkable that is happening for me as an individual.
Yeah, no, and it's, that should be continuous, and everybody should be doing that, just to continuously learn, continuously grow. What I do wrong, what I do right, how can I change this, how can I improve this, how can I get better? And that's the mentality that we need in to succeed as a coach. So really wonderful that you're showing that. And we've got Brenda Lee's tuned in. She's saying hi to you as well. Thank you so much for being here, Brenda Lee's. Beautiful to see you. Looking forward to your interview in 15 minutes time. So so Jane, thank you for that. And it kind of leaves me with two questions. So if you do have any questions for Jane, now's the time to ask, so it gives time for the comments to come through. But my next question is, and again, I'm asking everybody here to answer this honestly, and it is, would you refer Coaching Minds to future aspiring coaches, and if so, why?
Well, that's another good question. And for me, it's 100% yes. And the reason why I say yes, it's from personal experience. I have seen growth as an individual, as Jane. There's a dedicated team that, and I mean you and Adele, helping, giving me that healthy push. And I'm going to call it healthy push, with honesty, with, it's like holding a child's hand, telling a child, let's move. And as a child, I'm challenged to do the job. I'm challenged to take action. I'm challenged not just to, finish, get the certification, and then go to the world. Because I remember I expressed this with you before, before I joined CM, I was new NLP, but I didn't know what to do with that knowledge. Okay, I know I'm supposed to do the coaching or do whatever I want, but I didn't have that first-hand experience of, hey, this is what you're supposed, this is how it goes, from practical experience. For all aspiring coaches, if you're looking for a place where there is the step by step, just like a baby growing. It's not a 1 week program and you're done. It's not a 1 day program and you're done. You're looking for a step by step place where you're going to grow, because I have grown individually. Then this is a place I will recommend. This is a place where I will say, hey, 100%, you have my word. If you go in and you feel like I lied, come and get me. But I believe you'll experience the growth as well.
I'm pretty sure nobody will be coming getting you afterwards. No, thank you. Thank you so much for those beautiful and kind words. And thank you for the 100% yes as well. I really, really appreciate that. And I'm sure everyone here at Coaching Minds appreciates that. So thank you so much for sharing that. And just while we're waiting, if there's a few more questions coming in, my last question for you, and I'm really excited to hear this as well, is where do you plan to take your coaching journey next?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not certain where I want to go. I cannot tell you this is where on the map. When you're traveling, you have a destination where you're going. But with my coaching, after getting the certification, I cannot tell you for certain this is what I want to do. But what I know for sure, I will have become empowered for me to continue my mission. I remember in one of the sessions I shared my mission is to create awareness on the power of a positive mindset globally. So for me, I feel I will be empowered to live this mission, to create a community around me of people who believe that yes, or indeed, change does start with my mindset. So this is going to be I'll have to become very active in a lot of coaching sessions, workshops, group coaching, interacting with other people, just to make sure that the message has been passed on. Because when I'm, let's say, 70 years and I'm looking back, I will have said yes. In my Mother Teresa way, I have empowered a number of people to know that change does start with the mindset. And as a tree grows, the branches will come out and they will do the same in their spheres of circle, and it will continue and continue and continue and continue. So I will say that will be one of the things that after my certification, that actually it's continuing, but I think after my certification, I'll be more empowered with the tools and skills to make this mission become a reality.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that, Coach Jane. Really, really appreciate it. Really excited to see where that takes off. And from what I've seen of you, from the way that you present yourself and the energy that you have, from the work that you put in, I'm really confident that you're going to take your coaching practice really far. So I have a full confidence in what you're going to do and what you're going to deliver, and looking forward to seeing that unfold. I really am.
Thank you.
Excellent. Now, thank you so much for that. We've had no more questions come through, but is there anything, just so we can bring this to a bit of a close, we'll come to an end now, is there anything else or any final words you would like to share with the audience today?
What I would like to share is, indeed, change does start with the mindset. Anyone who's watching this, just believe in yourself. And then I would also like to share with all those who are aspiring to be coaches and those who don't want to be coaches as well. If you're looking for personal development, because coaching is not just about making it a business, you can also do it as part of personal development. So if you're looking for that growth as an individual, then I will highly recommend you to have a chat with Paul Smith or Adele Jacobs from Coaching Minds. Let them tell you how the program can really help you. Sometimes we try and look for, I learned it myself, we try and look for shortcuts, but we find that in the long end, we matter. And once I realized that I matter, I started becoming more to other people. So if you're looking to become a coach, if you're looking for personal development, then this is the place to be. Come, interact with other people, come, have fun. I've made new friends. Brenda Liz is there, Adele is there, Paul is there. So it is a place where you can call home. Remember that your network is your net worth. That will be my final words for today, not forever.
For today. I love that you clarify that. Yeah, just for today, my final words. No, excellent. And I love that quote, your network is your net worth. I really like that. Really powerful caption there to sum up today's session. So thank you so much, Jane. I really, really appreciate your time, your energy. It's always wonderful to share a live space with you. Thank you so much to Adele and Brenda Lees for tuning in and for the wonderful questions. And to anybody who's watching the replay, please do put your questions in the comments box, whether it's towards me and our Accredited program, but more importantly towards Jane and more about her coaching and what she's learned and what she's doing to find out more. So drop a comment in the comments box with your question. And I just want to wish everybody a wonderful day, evening, wherever they are in the world. And we'll all catch up very soon. Thank you so much, Jane. Really appreciate today. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
Thanks.